What up, y'all? It's your boy Lynch. I'm back with another one. Back here again, man. So I just want to get up here, man, and tell y'all, first of all, thank y'all so much for all the congratulations and the comments and everything on your boy making it to Sergeant First Class, man. Thank y'all so much. I'm glad that I have the support from y'all and all that good stuff, man. It means a lot to me. Sergeant First Class in the Army, in my eyes, is a pretty big deal for two reasons. Just because it's another level of responsibility, and then on top of that, just something personal. So in my family, I know my mom, she retired as a petty officer first class. With her, I figure, I did better than her. I got to where she did or better. So to me, that's a sign of success right there. So those two things is to me, is pretty big. And I don't know, I just feel blessed to be in this position every day, man. Every day when I'm at work, just the presence, the confidence brings my confidence up. I don't know, it's a weird thing, and it just feels really good, man. So I gotta say thank you to all y'all who said congratulations to me. I actually got promoted 2 months ago, but I just didn't post it or anything like that for a couple of reasons, and just want to get up here and explain a couple things also with that being said. By the way, I know y'all see me posting these videos about being in Romania. Those videos were a few months ago. I'm now back in the States, so a lot of y'all saying be safe out there and everything. Everything was safe. We got back home, all that good stuff, and it's all good. So we were supposed to do that promotion ceremony once we got back, specifically for my wife and for my kids, so they can, be a part of the whole thing. And I decided to not do the promotion ceremony once we got back to the States. The reason why I didn't want to do it is because this is another thing I've been dealing with. Y'all probably see me slow down on my videos and kind of take it a little bit slower. Mentally, I really didn't want to do the promotion ceremony once we got back to the States. And then also me doing my videos, just not there. I didn't want to post as many videos, and I had to take my time and get my mind right because I let things at work affect me here in my personal life and at home. When we were in Romania, I'm gonna put a video up here. I'm gonna put the little tag, I forget what they call it, a tag, a ticket or something like that, little thumbnail right here also. Y'all to go check this video out where I talk about I feel like I messed up with my platoon. Before we left Romania, I guess the way that I was conducting myself and doing things, I felt a lot of negative vibes from all of my soldiers, man, to include my squad leaders. And I felt like I lost the respect of a lot of my soldiers and, a lot of my NCOs just because of different things that was going on. I think me being a platoon sergeant, it's a learning curve, man. It's a learning curve. Two reasons why I think it's a learning curve. For me, at least, I'm now in the sergeant first class position, so I have to let my staff sergeants do their job, and I can't step on their toes. I can guide them, but I shouldn't be, trying to take control of what they're doing. I have to let them be the leaders that they are. They're in charge of the squads. I'm in charge of the whole platoon. I'm in charge of them, the squad leaders, but they're in charge of the squads, so I gotta let them run their squads in a way that they see fit, but still be there to give them guidance and help them along if they have questions or if they're unsure about something. That's what I'm there for. Let them run the squad and to guide them and give them guidance. And also, I'm supposed to be mentoring the E5s and the sergeants that are underneath me and underneath them. A couple things that I heard, like micromanaging was coming up, specifically holding a lot of different formations and gatherings and stuff for little reasons that they saw were little reasons. My reasons for doing it is because, just like with being on YouTube, I like being in front of people. I like to get out there and be in the spotlight, but I can't take that shine away from my staff sergeants. I gotta let them do their thing and let them get their credit, which I always give them their credit. The way that I operate, I can't take away from them. So that's one thing I learned about being a platoon sergeant. That's one thing I gotta work out. Another thing, y'all see this freaking badge right here, right? When you go from being a drill sergeant in the TRADOC world, right, training civilians to be soldiers, and then you're actually in a position where they're now soldiers and they've been soldiers, they have experience and years of experience of being soldiers, you can't be the same way that you were when you were in TRADOC. I can't be drill sergeant when I'm in FORCECOM. Y'all see what I'm saying? So there was a lot of things. I was trying to instill the discipline and, the customs and courtesies and everything, trying to keep that going. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but there's levels to it. I can't be, rough, tough drill sergeant like that. I can be a rough, tough platoon sergeant or sergeant first class, but there's differences between the two. You just have to watch how you do it. I had to watch how I did it. I think the way that I was doing it wasn't received very well. I put it out in the beginning when I first got to the platoon that we're gonna keep upholding the standards, the customs and courtesies, and all that stuff. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with doing it, but you can't be drill sergeant. Soldiers aren't going to take that very well. They've already dealt with drill sergeants. Some of them have dealt with toxic leadership or leaders who abuse their authority and stuff like that. And that's definitely something that I don't want to do. And I don't think that I was doing that, but I think some of the soldiers perceived it as that. And in the Army, you always hear that it's all about perception. It really is. How somebody else sees it, you have to make it known the way that you're trying to deliver things. This is my intent. This is my intent. This is what I'm trying to do. And then you actually have to act on it and learn how to incorporate that and deliver that way. So that was one of the reasons. It just put me in a different vibe, and I really couldn't operate very well because of what was going on. I will say that now, after getting with my platoon, a couple times, maybe like 2 times, and just explaining to them, look, I'm trying to transition over here and do it this way. I understand I make mistakes. I'm not perfect. And I owned up and I took responsibility for the ways that I was doing things and my actions and stuff like that. I feel like that went well with them. And then another thing that I told them is, look, I want to fix things, but if I don't know what's wrong, I can't fix things. So I needed more communication, and for them to let me know if I'm stepping out of line, I guess you can say. As a leader, it shouldn't really be like that. You're stepping out of line. Some leaders will step out of line, but just got to make sure that I'm operating in a successful way within the realm, within my left and right limits. I got to make sure that I'm doing the right thing, and I got to be doing the right thing by my soldiers and my NCOs. If they don't see that I am, it's not going to go very well. Those are some of the things that I was dealing with that kind of made me slow up on posting videos. It kind of made me step back and kind of take a look at how my staff sergeants were actually doing things. I learned from taking a step back that I can really put more trust in them. They may need guidance from here to there, certain times, but there's a way to give the guidance, when I should give the guidance, and how I do it. You know what I mean? So a couple things that I learned from being a sergeant first class in a platoon sergeant position, and just doing the things that I have to do, and then moving, like I said, from being a drill sergeant to now back into the force comm realm and all that good stuff, man. So I don't want to say I apologize, but I at least want y'all to know the reasons why I kind of backed up a little bit, slowed down. I was going through some things, and I will say that nowadays, it's been 2 months since I got promoted to sergeant first class. It takes time for you to fix things. Things aren't going to be fixed overnight. It took some growing pains for me, man, and I really had to just take my time and just let the process go. But things now are a lot better. I feel a lot better with my squad leaders. The way that we talk and interact with each other. I just have to remember, if I get upset about things, I can't take it personal, and I really have to open my eyes and look at what the real actual problem is. If I'm gonna go and discipline somebody or however I talk to someone, think about how I do it and think about the way that I go about it. I had a meeting with my company commander today. In his mind, he was upset because when he went out to our trucks online, where all our trucks are, he didn't see very many soldiers out there. He was saying, platoon sergeants, y'all are not in trouble. And he said, I did get upset, but he needed to know where your guys at. And we gave him valid reasons for people not being around. And he also wanted to know what could he do to help fix whatever situation if we're low on soldiers or we're short man and stuff like that. A lot of soldiers got personal things going on, appointments, leave, different taskings and stuff that they have to do. That's some of the reasons why some of our soldiers weren't there. It wasn't that they were shamming off and just doing their own thing. There's just a lot of things going on, and we have a lot of maintenance that we got to do to get ready for and all that good stuff. So, like I said, man, I was going through some things. I spoke about it with my platoon. I had to take my time and take a step back, and I'm just glad now things are a lot better, man. I can tell from the way that I'm talking with my E5s. I could tell from, the feedback that I get from them, my squad leaders. I'm not gonna say most importantly, but it's very important from my squad leaders that I get that good feeling, that warm and fuzzy, that we're all on the same page, we're doing things the right way, that they trust me, they trust my judgment and stuff like that. I make it very known to them that, their perspective and their ideas and stuff are very important to me. And I ask them, what do you think? How do you think we should handle this situation? I bring them in on certain things. I let them take charge of a lot of things that they need to take charge of. I just got to step back and let them do their thing, man. So I hope that I can get that message out to anybody that's in a leadership position or moving up in a leadership position or aspiring to be a leader, gonna be moving in a leadership position soon. Kind of take some of this stuff that I'm telling you and consider it once you get up in that area of leadership, man. once again, man, I just want to get up here and tell y'all thank you for all the congrats with me getting promoted. Thank y'all for y'all continued support and just kind of bearing with me. I know I didn't talk much about it while it was happening, but I'm letting y'all know now, man. And I really, really do from the bottom of my heart appreciate both of that from everybody, man. Thank y'all so much. Make sure y'all go check out my videos about the weak platoon sergeant and the tough platoon sergeant. I did a live stream with one of my Marine homeboys. He's an E6, but he's also a platoon sergeant, or he was a platoon sergeant, so he understood exactly what I was talking about. Check that out, and y'all go check out the other video where I talked about I think I messed up doing some things with my platoon. I explained everything in there. Yeah, thank y'all so much, man. I appreciate y'all dealing with me and rocking it out with your boys. Your boy Thurs Lynch, SFAM, stand up. SFAM, salute. Stay focused and motivated. Get motivated up in this jank one time. Deuces. I love y'all to death, and I'll see y'all soon in a couple more videos, man. I'm out. Yeah.